teetering toward that point for me.
That one
well,
we'll
then
get talked
don't
about
watch
later.
it again. Then that way you can kind of like them still. Don't watch them anymore.
Just never watch it again.
Yeah, that one will be talked about later, though.
And they will live in my memory.
5.
Am I up? Okay.
Yep.
Jaws at 54.
Oh, okay. Little low for my taste, but okay.
Yeah, I'm even a little like I just had to put it on there.
I did too. Yeah.
I feel obligated to.
Mine was in the 60s, but yeah, it was weird thinking that it was so low on the list because it's a fucking huge influence in
horror.
Oh yeah,
like
created
bringing it to mainstream.
Created an entire subgenre.
Yeah.
And like it's another one of those movies that's really talky and dialogue based, but like
the performances are solid.
Son of a bitch, man! That monologue that Quint gives, like on the Orca about being on the Indianapolis, is like one of the best monologues in movie history. Mm. And they basically lifted it line for line for Halloween.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. Everyone makes a big deal about that Donald Pleasance monologue, and it's really great, but it's mostly just Quint's monologue.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Substituting Michael Myers for the killer shark.
All right, this is the part of the list where it gets really hard because I think I would rate all of these a 9. So
see, that's what I'm saying. Like all
Yeah,
the
like,
stuff that I have in the 60s and 50s, I feel like should be like in the 30s at least. You know?
Well, I mean, like my next one's Eraserhead, but the one after that, I don't know. I don't want to say the one after that's better than Eraserhead as a movie, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to do this right now.
Yeah, it is really. It is. These lists were tougher than I had expected.
Eraserhead rules, and Scott hasn't seen it yet. Everybody laugh at Scott.
He doesn't like David Lynch.
Nope. Like I said, the only movie
Fucking
I've seen a
piece of
couple
shit.
of his movies, but the only one I've really liked is Blue Velvet. Maybe I'll like Eraserhead, but I'll give it a chance one of these days. My number 54 is House of the Devil.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it didn't make my list.
It didn't make my list, but it is a really great movie,
Yep.
and it's one of the better horror films of the last decade for sure.
That's just one of those great slow burns.
Ty West. There was the Innkeepers. You see
Yeah,
that?
The Innkeepers, and then he did like that Sacrament movie.
Yeah.
And he hasn't come close to hitting the anvil the way he did with House of the Devil.
Nope.
Like his other movies are okay, but they're not not up there with House of the Devil.
Cabin Fever 2 is pretty fun, but
Oh yeah, that was him too, wasn't
from
it?
what I hear, he it was like one of those like he came in and did some stuff, but that a lot of the movie was already done by the time he got in the director's chair deals.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't really have the feel of one of his movies at all.
No.
Like The Innkeepers, House of the Devil, Sacrament, those all have a very unique, similar feel to them. I mean, unique, similar sounds contradictory, but it's unique to him and similar in that they feel the same.
They all share, yeah.
And like Cabin Fever 2 is just kind of your basic gross out teen horror film.
It's been a while since I've actually watched that one, but yeah, that was a gross out film for sure.
Randall.
What?
You're next.
Isn't he 54?
I just said mine, 54, House of the Devil.
I keep forgetting that Scott's talking. Like he says what his is, and then I'm like, all right, what's yours?
Yeah, I gave up on listening.
I hate you guys so fucking much.
So
God damn it.
Okay, it pains me to put this one as low as I have it, but 53 is Cannibal Holocaust.
Well, it's not. Yeah, that's like
That's
higher
pretty
than mine,
low. It should. I feel like it should be higher than that. It created like two subgenres. Well, there were
later on though. I mean, this was that 1981?
It was 1980.
1980.
Yeah. The cannibal genre existed before that. Like there was.
Oh yeah, I was
like Man from Deep River and Jungle Holocaust before that, but they bumped the savagery up to like the nth degree, and it created the found footage subgenre, which is both a blessing and a curse.
Right.
Yeah. I think our first 2 podcasts, we had 2 of them found footages.
Yeah, back when you guys did Netflix
terrible.
stream shit.
Well, the Mike's random pick on Netflix. You guys, I think this movie's gonna be good.
All right, my next one's the Blob remake, 1988.
Nice. And mine will be Society.
I'm like I'm looking back at the beginning of my list, and it's like, oh my god, I put Hacks in at 68. That should be like numbered 14 or something. God damn it. All right. Next at 52 is Alfred Hitchcock's Frenzy.
I haven't seen it.
It's really good. It's his most like mean-spirited you could tell at the end of his career that he was just like, I'm so terribly sick of doing this, and I'm just going to murder people in more awful ways than ever.
All right, my next one is The Burning. Almost actually didn't even make my list, but
Yeah, that's one that wound up way lower on my list than it probably should have been for as much as I like it and talk about it.
my last rewatch I didn't enjoy as my first time I've seen it, but
I still love it as much as I ever have, but it's like plateaued for me.
Right. Yeah, it's like, because I still have it, like,
you was
higher
gonna
up.
say?
Hmm?
You was gonna say?
I'm going to... Yeah.
If you was gonna say it,
You know what?
just
I don't
say
want
it.
to... Let's not go through
Okay.
this again.
Whoa! He just fucking told me to fuck off.
Number 52 for me is Nightbreed.
Nightbreed. I thought that would be higher for you.
Oh, just like you, I'm having... Like, it should be, but fuck, it's tough to, like, find
Well,
space.
fuck, mine was it. I had it at 91, so I can't really talk. But,
Right.
yeah, I'll always love Nightbreed, and like people trash talk it because of the weak lead and Craig Sheffer, and he is not who I would choose to play Aaron Boone.
No, I'll say he didn't do terrible, but he wasn't great.
But Cronenberg is
Oh,
like,
it's Dr. Decker is fucking
yeah, that's
great, dude.
like lightning in a bottle, and
There couldn't have been any better performance for him.
the story in and of itself like really hits home, and it always has. I read that book as a kid that just wanted to run away somewhere where I could fit in, and
Right.
where the monsters go. Let's go to Midian. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, just that story is like, not only is it horror, but it has like that fantastical theme.
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
I love dark fantasy. Like that's one of the reasons that Company of Wolves is on my list. And I've always really loved like a dark fantasy. So 51 for me. Also feel like it's a little low for what it is, but
You're gonna say that for every movie, probably.
yeah, that's the disclaimer.
Ah.
It's a disclaimer for every entry from now on, up until like 20 or so. Peeping Tom.
Nice.
Michael Powell's Peeping Tom. The movie that got him blacklisted and ruined his career.
That's a great film, but it didn't make my list.
It is really great. It came out the same year as Psycho, and like it's meaner than Psycho, and it's not as artful, and it's not as interesting of a story. It's more original, I suppose, because it's not based on someone who existed or whatever, but it's kind of a fairly similar story. Instead of having a boy abused by his mother who grew up to kill women, it's about a boy who was abused by his father who grew up to kill women.
Right. And I was like, wasn't that also like overshadowed as being like one of the first kind of slashers?
Yeah, sure. It's a kind of a proto-slasher, much in the same way that Psycho is. Like, that scene in Halloween, the later Halloween, I think the Busta Rhymes one, where Michael Myers kills the dude with like the camera stand.
Yep.
That's the way that the killer
yeah.
in Peeping Tom kills all of his victims, so that he can record them dying. And
Yeah, I never really noticed that similarity between the two, actually. Well, I've only watched Resurrection that one time and said, nope, never again.
yeah, that was the director of Halloween Resurrection trying to give his film some kind of fucking credibility.
Right.
Number 51 for me is the first Argento, and it's Tenebrae, and you probably think that's his best one, right?
Yeah,
That's low.
That's my favorite Argento film.
Yeah, same here. It's
And
my
I have
all-time
it-
favorite.
I have it far higher on my list.
Yeah, same here.
Everybody says I'm crazy for liking it more than Suspiria, but
Oh, fuck that. It's like, it's so much better. Like, just, I mean,
Yeah,
well,
it's-
not so much better, but it is just
no, it's
better.
the best Giallo ever.
Yeah, it is definitely the best Giallo.
All right, instead I'll put that higher. I'll go Near Dark next.
I didn't even put Near Dark on my list.
Yeah, so yeah, that's fitting.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, mine was last week.
I like Near Dark a lot, but it's one of those movies that I've liked significantly less with each
It's
viewing.
the best vampire movie made in 1987.
Yep.
Everyone always fucking says Lost Boys, but I don't get it.
No,
No,
Lost Boys
Lost
is just
Boys sucks.
okay. I don't say it sucks, but it's just okay.
I think it sucks.
Yeah, so I know you've grown
No,
to hate
it made
more and more over
Scott's
the years.
list, so that's
No,
he's
it
trying
did
to-
not.
Yeah, yeah.
This one might come as a shock, but number 51, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
That low, huh?
Holy
Yeah.
shit, for real?
Yeah, I'm...
God,
over the
I've-
years, I have just, like, I love Freddy Krueger as a character, and I love the first film, but after that, like, I starting to just not care about the franchise.
But you rewatched 2 to look at the dude's butts.
No, I can't stand 2.
Okay.
2 is awesome. What is wrong with you?
I'm just not a big fan of the Nightmare series. Like, even part 3 is starting to wear old on me.
That's crazy. You shut your face.
I
1, 2, and 3 are all great.
Done coughing? Okay. I kind of have to agree with Scott. I think it's out of one of the biggest franchises, and I think it's the worst of all the big ones.
You think it's worse than Child's Play?
Oh yeah,
Oh man, I don't know.
because I love every Child's Play.
They're close. They're really close.
You think it's worse than Halloween? Because Halloween, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst franchises.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's
true
lo-
too.
After the fourth movie, it's utter garbage.
I was gonna say, but that's the thing. There's at least 4 movies where
Same with
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I like
has
5
one.
Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
I just like 1 and 2 are okay.
I like 1 through 4, and Freddy's Dead.
Oh God, Part 4 and Freddy's
Dream
Dead, I
Child
just
is
can't.
4. It's terrible.
No, that was Dream
That's
Master.
5.
Oh, Dream Master.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Part 4. That's where he gets resurrected by dog piss.
Yep. Yeah, it's fucking genius.
So fucking stupid.
Fire.
Fire dog
That comes
piss.
out of a dog dick. My number 50 is Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Man.
Ah, okay.
We think way different. This is insane. I'm gonna go Night of the Demons, 1988.
Nice.
Or no, the remake.
I'm gonna slap
What?
Kidding.
Oh, okay.
you. My number 50 is Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Didn't make my list.
It made my list.
Yeah, it's a
and
great slasher.
It's way higher. Well, not way higher, but it's higher.
Well, I'll say, you know me, I only watched it last year for the first time, so like once I watch it more, it'll probably creep up higher on the list.
49, H.G. Lewis's first gore film, Blood Feast.
Ah, nice. Didn't make my list, but it's a good film.
I love Blood Feast. Everything about it's great. From like the hokey timpani music. Doom, 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 doom.
Okay, my next one is Exorcist 3, and I have the original on my list too. So
Yeah, I don't think I have that one on my list. I should, but I don't for some reason because I'm an idiot.
I was gonna edit that out because it was boring, but you said that, so I'm gonna keep it in.
Keep it in.
Number 49 for me is Terror Vision.
Yeah, I hate you guys.
Vision.
I hate you guys. I left it off when I wanted it on, but I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was horror enough. But
I mean,
It kind of falls in the line of comedy horror, but it's almost like more
kind of.
no,
Like-
it's almost childish comedy horror in a
Yeah.
way. Like
Yeah.
there's no nudity, there's no extreme gore. A kid could easily watch Terror Vision.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like I took What We Do in the Shadows off my list because I thought that was more comedy, but I think that one's more comedy.
Our horror comedy episode that was on there. I don't remember the other one, but
Oh, it was Hanger.
oh yeah,
48.
48 is. Am I up? Who's up?
Yep, you're up.
Okay. Dead Alive at 48.
It's fair.
Love it, but still
Should
a
probably
little
be
low.
higher.
Yeah, I'll say it's gonna be higher on my list for sure.
That's where she lies.
That's it.
The goriest movie ever made, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very close. If anything,
What do you mean? Well, the bloody the most amount of fake blood used in
Yeah.
the movie for sure.
And probably even of just like mangled limbs. And
yeah,
next on my list is Dagon 2001.
nice.
Didn't make my list, but love me some Dagon.
Yep, I'll say I need to watch it more before I could even think of adding it to my list. But
Fish Boy.
my number 48 is Let the Right One In.
Didn't make my list.
I didn't like that.
I
Probably
like
my favorite vampire film of all time.
It is.
Yeah.
You shut your fucking face.
I don't know. There's some. I watched both. I watched the Let Us In, and I didn't like either.
Oh,
one.
Let Me In.
Let Me In. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's okay too. But yeah, Let the Right One In's just.
I just
so much
didn't
better.
get it because it came out and everyone was talking about like it's a masterpiece and shit. So I don't know. That was very high.
You let the hype
expectations.
get to you.
I don't. I usually that doesn't work on me, but
It's one of those movies where the book that it's based on is way better, but I feel like it's a pretty decent representation of the book, though it's missing a couple of fairly critical sections.
Probably stuff they couldn't have gotten away with though, if I remember correctly.
go Scott.
That was me. Go Randy.
Oh,
Oh, shit. 47, My Bloody Valentine.
Nice.
It could be you!
is that all you got? All right.
That's what he says
I know.
after he tells the Harry Warden story.
I know that. I don't know if you guys have this on your list, and I actually want it higher, but Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Didn't make my
Nice. It
list,
didn't make my list, but yeah,
I really, really love it.
the movie's great.
It's really great.
Well, you guys suck, then actually.
The Chiodos have never taken part in anything that wasn't good. They Ernest Scared Stupid, Critters.
Yep.
Their body of work is pretty solid.
Yeah.
I have heard rumblings of like a Killer Clowns series.
Yeah, I've been hearing rumors of a TV series as well.
I mean, if they do that, they got to have the same fucking clowns. So.
Yeah, absolutely. If they don't get Chiodos to do the effects, then
Yeah, it's like 'cause I heard the Chiodo brothers were behind it. They were the ones trying to kind of
They're gonna fuck it up.
champion it.
oh yeah, they'll fuck it up.
More than likely.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the Mist series, the TV series, awful.
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, it's awful.
I haven't
Oh.
even
It's
tried.
like a teen drama. Right off the beginning, some girl gets raped and has to have an abortion, and it's I don't know.
That how
at the-
topical.
It's so